All right, nice job, Derek Iyer. Nice job. Another round of applause for Derek. Thank you all for coming here tonight. Thank you. My name is Arman. I don't like it when people give me their names and they have to put a word with every single letter in their name. Notice that I got a call the other day. The woman's name is Vanessa. She's like, it's spelled B, A as in apple, as if I was going to put a Q there. N as in Nancy. You put a name within a name. Then it gets weirder. E, S as in Sasquatch. You've probably said this to 100 people, and Sasquatch is the one you're going to stick with? That's the one that people have reacted best to? E, A as in Johnny Appleseed. Did you get that? Yeah, Victoria, I got your name. I did. So I tend to repeat my name the same way when they ask for mine. Like, my name's Arman. A as in Alexander the Great. R as in resisting arrest. M as in Mary had a little lamb. A as in aardvark. And N as in nasal cavity. Did you get that? Did you get that name? I have a problem with people. I don't like them. And you guys already know that. I've said this 1,000 times. I was driving on Foothill the other day, and somebody just left their car in the middle of the road out of gas. They just left it. They're sitting in there, both hands on the steering wheel, and the look of fear in their eyes, because you know everybody driving by is like, who's the piece of shit that left their car there? Who is it? I've got to make eye contact with that individual. And they're just like, I don't know what to do. It's just, how about you fill up your car with gas? How do you do that? Do something for society. And when it snows, people just freak out. It's complete anarchy. When it snows, there's an inch of snow on the ground, anarchy. Nobody follows the rules. I was driving, and the speed limit on the road I was on is 50 miles an hour. So I'm driving, and a car in front of me stops to a complete stop and does a U-turn in the middle of the road, right in front of me, 50 miles an hour. And then they wave at me as they drive by, like, hey, thanks, buddy. Yeah, because I'm making eye contact because I want to say hello. No, I'm thinking the worst things I possibly can about you. And then I was driving, and I'm at a stoplight, and somebody puts their car in reverse, and they give me one of these looks like, could you please? No, I just inch a foot closer. I'm like, yeah, you want to pull back? What's going on? What's happening? And I hate it when people give you that look when you pull out kind of quick on the road. You're driving, it's a right-hand turn. You're driving kind of quick, and you see it's a red light, so you brake, but to the person, it looks like you're driving out, pretty quickly. But the look they give you is as if you were just about to murder their family. Like, they drive by, they're like, do you realize what you're doing? Are you a psycho? It makes me angry. I'm like, yeah, I was going to murder those kids in the back seat. Yeah, you keep moving. You're lucky. Saved your life. And I got a question, and maybe you guys have the answer to it, I'm not sure, but who the hell is at the front of a traffic jam? What two grandpas are sitting up there, 80 years old, going 20 miles an hour, like, hey, Carl, slow down. I've been waiting 80 years for this. You piece of shit, that's what you are, okay? Slowing me down. It's my grandpa, actually. I shouldn't talk about him that way. But it's rough. I don't like it. It makes me angry. I also don't like Costco. I'm not a fan of Costco. I go there the other day, and I'm thinking it's going to be like Sam's Club. Now at Sam's Club, you have to show your ID card. Sam's Club, nobody cares. You can walk in with a gift card, a Starbucks rewards card. You can cut out a piece of paper and put Sam's Club on there. Like, I don't care. I'm getting paid either way. Go ahead. I care. I walk into Costco, and there's an ex-Marine Navy SEAL standing up front eyeballing everybody. Well, hold on. Come here for a second. Wait a minute. I don't recognize you. Grabs my card. It's a woman, mind you, not a man. How much money are you bringing into Costco today? 20 bucks. And how much time are you going to spend in here? 15 minutes. 15 minutes with $20 at Costco. Get your ass out of here, all right? You don't come here. You're not a regular. I got a photographic memory. If I see you one more time, your ass is in jail. I don't think that's how the law works, but I'm not going to question her on it. I don't know. I don't like it. And I was watching the news. I don't like that either. They were talking about sitting is the new cigarettes. Sitting is the cigarettes of the 21st century, which makes sense if you don't know anything about cigarettes. But I don't know, last time I checked, sitting isn't like inhaling black tar into your lungs. I don't know, like, nobody ever comes home and be like, I was diagnosed with sitting cancer. It's rough. Like, that's the worst kind. I know, I feel the same way. Nobody's berating somebody else like, what were you doing outside 15 minutes? Were you sitting? Were you sitting outside? I thought you were going to cut sitting cold turkey. There's no law against being outside of a building 15 feet. You can't sit within 15 feet of a building. I don't get it. I don't like it either. I don't like that. And I got problems with people around me. Like, I've been growing a beard, trying to grow first time in my life. I feel like I kind of want to go for that terrorist / homeless man look. I might consider ISIS. I don't know. Get a call from the FBI tonight. But I'm going to be boarding a plane, so I'm probably going to have to cut it off in about a month. And I don't like planes. You guys know that. I've told you this before. I hate planes. I think they're death traps. It's like a 50% chance of surviving, I think. I'm not sure. But how bad do you really want to make it to your destination is the question you got to answer when you're going on a plane. Because apparently phones can bring them down, right? People are like, oh, you got to shut off your phones. Now, I'll follow the rules. I'll shut off my phone. But I don't know about the fat piece of shit next to me. I don't know if he's going to shut it off. He's on Tinder. I don't know what he's doing. She's not going to respond, man. She's not going to respond. I'm sorry. Just shut it off. And there's another problem with airplanes now. You've got laser pointers. You guys heard of that? Laser pointers are a problem for airplane pilots because apparently they point it into the sky and it gets into the cockpit, into the pilot's eyes. They have problems landing and some crazy stuff. And they're saying this is a big problem for airplanes. But I think there's a bigger problem that there's individuals on the ground who can point a laser pointer 30,000 feet into the air into a 550 mile an hour moving target into a pilot's eye. I think the bigger problem is we have a group of super soldiers living among us and we don't even know about it. People are worried about pilots. I'm worried about the guy that's sitting next to me. I'm 3 feet away from a wall. I don't even know where the laser pointer is. I gotta shake it around just to get it. 35,000 feet. And Christmas passed. I mean, this is our first show of the year, so I'll talk a little bit about Christmas time. Growing up as a kid, my Christmas experience was a little bit different because my parents went all out. They bought a Santa Claus suit. They had a full-on Santa Claus suit, and it wasn't one of those cheap ones. Like, it had the bootstraps, had the legs, the coat, everything, the hat, down to the T. My first experience with Santa Claus, I was 3 years old. Okay, it's Christmas Eve dinner. 8 o'clock rolls around. We just ate. And my dad finds the need to use the shower. He's like, hey, I need to use the shower right now. I'm like, Dad, you can do whatever you want. I'm 3 years old. I can't tell you otherwise. I have no input. So he disappears. A few minutes go by. I hear a knock on the door. Open it up. Santa Claus is standing in front of my door. Because he's a door-to-door salesman, apparently. Sells security systems. I don't know. So we let him into the house. He's giving us our presents. You know, I'm enjoying it, of course. And then my parents would pass me these little clues. So I would look down at his shoes, and I swear to God, those were my dad's kicks. I swear, and this wasn't like a mistake you could make. Like, those aren't Vans or Air Jordans. No. These were black and white perforated leather, where the heel has been stepped in so many times that it is fused with the sole of the shoe. We all have those pairs of shoes, right? Those were the shoes that Santa Claus was wearing. Now, even if, say, Santa Claus owned the same pair of shoes, why would he walk door to door in those uncomfortable ass shoes? That just doesn't make any sense, right? Fast forward about 6-7 years. Christmas Eve dinner, 8 o'clock. All of a sudden, I hear a scream in the other room. My mom's like, oh my God. You know what happened? I run in there. We ran out of tea. Now, for most families, running out of tea means nothing. That's just an inconvenience. For Armenians and Russian households, running out of tea is like not having turkey on Thanksgiving dinner. It is like going to a pizza party and not having pizza. It's 4th of July without fireworks, hot dogs, and hamburgers. It is a huge problem not to have tea on Christmas Eve dinner. So my dad says, hey, I'm going to go grab some tea. But the thing is, my mom, she's very organized. Okay, the fact that she missed that we didn't have tea is very suspicious. I'm like, Dad, it's 8 o'clock. The store is closed 2 hours ago. Where are you headed to? oh, I'm just going to go to the 7-Eleven and grab the tea down there. Because we all know 7-Eleven has premium high-quality tea. It's the Tijuana of 8 years ago. So he disappears. And lo and behold, 3 minutes later, there's a knock on the door. Santa Claus and his weeble-wobble ass walks in. Let him in. You know, he says hi, whatever. I go to shake his hand, and again, there's one little clue. The guy's got my dad's keys in his hand. Right there, holding it. Now, maybe Santa Claus decided to drive his car, okay? Maybe, I don't know, he's got 8 tiny reindeer, right? He's got a sleigh. But I really doubt that sleigh was made by Mercedes-Benz. I don't think the Germans go up to the North Pole. I don't think they ship that far. So he disappears. I'm pissed, okay? I'm angry. This is bullshit. Santa Claus is not real. I didn't talk like that because I was 8 years old, but I started crying a lot. So my dad comes back in and he's holding tea that you couldn't buy at 7-Eleven. That was clearly tea from a specialty Russian store, but whatever. He sees I'm crying and he's like, no, don't worry about it. I actually saw Santa Claus as I was driving up the hill. He crossed the street. Because Santa Claus crosses the street like Bigfoot. He's just one of those. He's crazy. Fast forward 1 year. Okay? I'm skeptical. Santa Claus isn't real. I know he's not real. I'm telling kids at school, no, it's bullshit. He's not real. I know it. Christmas dinner, 8 o'clock, to the T. Looking at my dad, I'm like, what you got planned this year? Huh? What you got? We got tea. I checked. We got 6 packs. I mean, I double checked. Okay? You don't need a shower. You showered 3 hours ago. That'd just be a waste of water. I'm not going to let you do that. My mom's not big enough to fit in a suit. My brother stands up. I need to take a shower. Of course you do. Of course. After dinner, right? There's no other guests. There's nobody coming over. Why? Why at 8 o'clock do you need to take a shower? So he goes up the stairs. A few minutes go by. I hear footsteps coming down the stairs. I'm running. I'm going to catch this bastard in the act. I know it's my brother. I'm running, and I see something in the laundry room. I run into it. The lights are off. I flick the lights on. And Saint Nick himself is standing in my closed garage. My mom is presenting him like The Price is Right presents a new car. It's Santa Claus! He's lost, he doesn't know where he is, doesn't know what's going on. And my dad always likes making jokes, and Santa's like 2 feet in front of me. We're walking. My dad's like, look at his fat ass. Look at that. Look at his stomach. And now my brother hears it, of course. They start bickering with each other. Again, because of the bad food I had earlier today, it's upsetting me. So he sits down, it's clearly my hands, the hands of my brother, I know it is. But the thing is, we don't have any Christmas cookies. We don't, we just didn't have any. What we did have, Chinese New Year fortune cookies. I kid you not, a box of them. I don't know where we got them, but we had a bunch of them. So I pull out these Chinese New Year fortune cookies, where the packaging is impossible to open. So Santa's struggling, all right, he's having a tough time. He's being awkward, of course, and finally the situation ends and he disappears. And 3 minutes later, I hear footsteps coming down from the upstairs bathroom, and he's wearing my brother's socks and my brother's shoes. I knew it from the beginning that Santa Claus is not real. That's why I don't like Christmas. That's why I don't like it. And growing up was tough, man. Growing up in middle school, in 9th grade, I remember we had a play. Okay, I already knew Santa Claus wasn't real, but I had other things I needed to experiment with. 9th grade, I was going through puberty. I had a weird mustache. I was awkward. I was fat but skinny. It's a weird thing. We had a play, a 9th grade Shakespearean play, and I was required to wear tights. It's a requirement. Now, I don't know if you guys know any guys who own tights, but I didn't at the time. I did not own any tights. So I went tight shopping with my mom. That's like when a dad goes bra shopping with his daughter, but weird. So we're going through Shopko, because that's where you find premium tights. She finds one pair, I'm like, yeah, whatever, let's get it. I'm only going to wear it once, I'm throwing it away. I'm not going to wear it again. Next morning rolls around, and I'm putting these tights on. That's how I put them on, because there's no masculine way to just like put tights. You got to make it sexual, it's part of the act. So I put it on, I'm getting ready to go to school. I look down, and right above my knee, right below my lower thigh, there is a line of lace. just draped across. Lace, yeah, it's sexual, it's all dramatic, it's beautiful. On a woman, it'd be fantastic. On a 14-year-old guy, not so much. So 9th grade, keep in mind, weird looking, mustache, I got tights on that have lace. We're performing in front of the student body at the little theater, as they call it, so students would come in and come out. And during one of my sets, I would have to impersonate a horse. It was supposed to be a horse. So I was an awkward-looking child making horses sounds and wearing lace. It was like a weird rendition of 50 Shades of Grey, middle school edition. It was the most awkward experience I ever had in my middle school career. In middle school, we had different technology, right? I remember when text messages, you have to pay for each one. At a limit of like 300. If you only send me a text message if it's really important. And it was weird because I remember the internet button. You guys remember that button? Little internet? Like, if you click that button, you would exit it faster than you exit porn when your parents walk in the door. You just, no, because you know they're charging like $1 million a minute. It was before smartphones, right? You had the internet button. I remember one time my friend was like, hey, can I use your phone real quick? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I hand it to him. 3 minutes go by, I look over. He's got Yahoo on the 2-inch screen loaded. Are you out of your goddamn mind? That's like $1 million a minute! Are you in the 21st century? What the hell? Get your head out of your ass. God. Internet being free. What's wrong with you? Actually, in 8th grade, I used to still use a floppy disk. Yeah, I used all 15 megabytes of it. Loaded one photo. It was amazing. I was like, this is amazing technology. And now we have Snapchat. Right? Everybody's on Snapchat. We're Snapchatting. You're going to Snapchat? I'm Snapchat you. We're Snapchatting together. I don't like it. I don't like Snapchat. I'm on it. I don't like it. It's weird because there's certain things you can do that you will never do in real life. Talking with this girl, having a good conversation. I'm like, hey, you look nice today. That's how I flirt. I don't know. It's not very accurate, but that's how I flirt. She's like, oh yeah, you look nice today too. I'm like, oh cool. How's your day going so far? She looks at it and doesn't respond. It's cool, maybe she's busy, whatever. All of a sudden I see her story posts. Somebody talk to me, I'm having a rough day. I'm like, bitch! I was just talking to you, okay? You can't do that in real life. You can't be talking to someone like, hey, you look nice. Oh, thanks, you do too. Hey, so how's your day going? Somebody please talk to me, I'm having a rough day. Thanks, you guys have been great. Next up, Jasmine Martinez.